speak about Peninsula Four, the Plaza, and I will tell you why I think that it's the best tower at Peninsula, excluding the Peninsula Jumeirah Business Bay. I do resales at Peninsula already more than 1 year. I specialize on this, and first Peninsula sold 3 years ago. Okay, so it will be useful for that people who cannot choose the tower and looking for best investment opportunities in Peninsula project. So first of all, we will tell you that MR has different class of buildings like Grand, Vida, Palace, and the address. And same is with Peninsula. So if Peninsula 5 looks like more than like Grand, so Peninsula 4 is like Palace at MR. So it means that it's the previous stage of luxury before address. Address is can be belong with Jumeirah Business Bay here. And starting prices at Jumeirah Business Bay is 11 million dirhams right now. Okay, so let me start with advantages Peninsula 4 and why it's better for investment right now on February, March 2025. So I really believe in it, and I tell all my investors to invest now in Peninsula 4. Okay, the first of all, I have to say that it's different team works on Peninsula 4 than on the other towers. The design, internal and architecture design was created by Smith Group. It's a company which already 50 years in Dubai. Let me start with their latest project. So it's ACD Brookfield Place. It's one of the 5 best offices A+ class in Dubai. It's a 6 Senses on the Palm, also a group project. It's a Peninsula 4. All last Ellingtons, all last Omniat. You see here the Lana Dorchester collection. You see here the One River Point also by Ellington. Uptown is a micro community, it's DMCC, GLT, Mercer House, it's Ellington project. The opposite by the Hadid, which is the legendary project in the Business Bay near the Peninsula project. UH by Ellington, Liability Soul. Also, what not a lot of people know about, it's a Blue Waters Residences, Blue Waters Island near Dubai Marina, also was created by Smith Group. So I will explain how it works in Dubai. So it's a developer. In Blue Waters case, it's Miras, and Miras take different contractors, different architecture bureaus to create the project. And for example, in Blue Waters Residence, the developer is Miras, but Smith Group create the space, create the idea, the concept of this micro community. So sometimes I hear that no, Blue Waters is Miras, it's not Smith Group. It's at Miras and Smith Group also. Okay, so it was the island. It was a project of casino in Dubai. Also, it's a project in London. A lot of people think that it's a different cell group in London and Dubai. No, it's one company, and they have same contractors in London and in Dubai. Festival City Mall and Festival City, not only the location, but also they create IKEA in Festival City, same Festival Plaza, you see. So the main idea of this part of my video is that the architecture bureau is very high experienced and it's not same as other. For example, they created legendary Black Palace at 1986 for the Sheikh Said bin Hasher Al Maktoum. You see him, his portrait. And it was a time when Dubai was only the small village near the Al Jadaf, and they have only one port with the Al Jadaf Creek. Now this location name is Al Jadaf Waterfront, not Jadaf. So also they created the Emirates Golf Estates golf courses. 1 second, I will find it. And you saw that it was only a sand surrounded this project. So it's very trusted company. So here in Peninsula Four, they are responsible for the design, for the landscape design on the podium and design of the tower itself. Also it's design of interiors. I will show you photos a little bit later. And Peninsula 4 is consists of two towers, Tower A and Tower B. And as for me, Tower B is more successful as A, because Tower B has office near, but Tower A has bigger podium, 20-30% bigger. Here you see the office on the screen, which is belong to Peninsula B, Peninsula 4B. But Peninsula A has a bigger podium, and you see how beautiful looks like the park on it. Okay, let me continue with contractors. Al-Basti Mukhta is like workers, like hands of this project. This company also is 50 years on the market, and they were known as a contractor of premium MR buildings. In Peninsula, they created Peninsula 5, general limit business by Peninsula 4, but also we see on their site, which is pretty old and hard to read, that they created, for example, Palace, Vida downtown also. Yeah, I think that it's because this company is very old, so their site was created a long time ago. But you see Vida Residence downtown, MR Beachfront, Sunrise Bay, Palace Beach Residence. So it's like premium contractor for MR. This is their old project, but nowadays that's what they do exactly. So the quality of the Peninsula 4 has to be better than in Peninsula 1 and 2. You see that the year of foundation of this company is 1974. Excellent. So let me talk about the towers itself. Let me make like helicopter view. So here we can see exactly what I'm talking about. So that Peninsula A podium is bigger. Also, it's same stairs on podium. It's additional entrance in Peninsula A. It's located near the Peninsula 5 podium, and also they have a park on it. And also the series, which looks like has a view on the podium. They also has a better view as for me, especially lower floor, because you see the park on podium, you see the park on the Peninsula 5 podium, and also you see the pretty landscape design near Peninsula 1 podium and Peninsula Y waterfront. So if you're interested in exactly this series, please contact me. I will send you a real photo how it looks like today. Okay, so what about Peninsula 1 and 2 other towers? So the creator of this tower, the contractor, is China State Construction Engineering Company. It's the biggest company in China, and I cannot say that they're not very good, but they're like mass development. They're not like premium development. They develop bridges, they developed malls. Maybe that's one of the point why they took Peninsula 2 as well. Because as you know, Peninsula 2, by the documents, the mall of Peninsula community with 35 commercial premises is belong to Peninsula 2 exactly. Okay, nice. So ABM is like premium contractor. It's a CSEC is like more like mass contractor. So that's one of the points why it's more premium. So in Peninsula, Premier Living Business Bay is around apartments on the half floor, on the 30% of floor, and on the full floor. In Peninsula 1 and 2, it's small sizes. In Peninsula 3, they're a little bit bigger, maybe +7, +10%. But in Peninsula 4, it's the biggest sizes in community. Same as Peninsula 5 for studios, but bigger for 1 beds, for 2 beds, for 3 beds. And it's only one tower which consists 3 beds plus maid. I will show it later. Here we can compare the sizes of each buildings, for example, Peninsula 3 and Peninsula 4. You see that it's, for example, you see that its average is like 20% bigger. And here on the screens is 3 beds plus maids that I talked about previously, so the price is very, very good. Now is mostly original price on it, but it's very rare unit. They also have a maid room. You see, it's a lobby on the screen right now. And yeah, so it's very rare unit on the market. Now it's very good priced. So, for example, if you will compare with Opera downtown, the address Opera, all new addresses are smaller than these sizes which you see for Peninsula 4 on the screen. And all one beds smaller, maybe 10-12% lower in Opera downtown. But also all of one beds in addresses usually it's a backside, so they don't have any view. But here you can take one bed with Canal view or with Burj Khalifa view. So regularly I stuck with requests from the buyers, and this request is that we need something with good rental yield. Maybe we will live by ourselves, maybe our son will live, but then maybe we will resell after 2 years. We don't know exactly. So as you know, it's a 3 different type of requests, but I find some hook. How can I make happy the customers? And it's a big studios. They are bigger than the other towers, plus 15%. So average price like 1.3, 1.37. And it's bigger than all one beds which you know in the business bay. On the screen is the other tower one beds. You see how small is the bedroom. But now we see that studio is much better. And what about rent? How we can rent it? The closest analog of this building is upside living, because of the size, of course, but location is not premium, and to get downtown you have to spend more time. That's hardest way, all surrounded by the sun, and it's not very luxuries, but business bay don't have same sizes, especially for studio. So I compare with this building, and you see that the most conservative prognosis is 105,000 per year. It's for year rent. So you can even ask one check, for example, and receive 1 year payment in the day of the signing the contract. Me, I live in Peninsula 5, and I also signed 1 year and paid all payment on the assignment. So it's usual practice in Dubai. So unfortunately, until I prepare the English version of this video, some of my Russian clients already bought the studio. But let me just take it as example. Yes, so it was bulk deal. It's when you buy 4 or 2 studios, for example, or different apartments from one owner, and he make a little discount. So it's to demonstrate you how it can looks like. Yes, so for example, now it has small benefits, all apartments Peninsula Four, and if it's benefit is 5%, so it can cost for the lowest floor, podium floors can be 1.25 if you take one. If you take four, it can be even lower. And for the higher floor, you see that OP was 1.3, so you can take it 1.45 maybe if you take one. If you take bulk also, so it was discount for you. Yeah, and the steel payment plan as you see under the layout, and you pay 50% on the deal, 50% of the handover date. ROI was 8.19% if you make a early rent, but as I see on the Peninsula 5 owners, all of them want to do a short-term rent. And let me also compare different type of units. This analysis was made by me in 2024, but it's just to demonstrate which type of units is better for investment for rent. So as you see, studio always make more rental yield per year than one bed and then two beds. And it's not only one benefit of the studio, it's also more liquid type of unit with, so studios and one beds is very liquid, but look at the population in 2022. Most of the people in Dubai, they're men's from 25 to 34 years. So, and they will choose studio. So you see that there are not a lot of couples in Dubai, just because of the Dubai, 75% is men and 25% only the women. So that's why I believe in studios. That's why my practice will demonstrate for me that studios have better rent. And also you can see the changes of year changes of rent in the business bay. You see that last year it grows up 11%. It's the second place for 2024 at Dubai. Here it's like same studios looks like inside. It's a studio from SLS apartment. It's also in the business bay, and you see that it's a pretty big. It's like big hotel room, but it's also have a kitchen, so that's why it's better. Also, Peninsula 4 will have a lot of amenities, for example, sauna, spa, big swimming pool and two swimming pools to be sure. Also, it will be a small aqua park for the kids, same as at Dubai Hills. And so here you see the lobby. I'm sorry, part of my presentation is in Russian, that's because of biggest part of my clients Russian speakers. Yeah, and here let me check the family areas. So even when people have a couple, if they're British, they will live at the Arabian Ranches 1, for example, or 2 or 3, or they can choose more budget rent at the Dubai Dubai land. Yeah, and so that's why it makes no sense to rent 2-3 beds. They will have small percentage on the rental yield, so you have to focus on one beds and studios, of course. Yeah, so what we also have to say is that we can take here the apartment with a small benefit, but also we have to be to pay attention on the original prices. For example, even studio here was 1.43, so 1,430,000 dirhams. So even 5% for the studio will be too much, but original price, if it's real high floor and good view, maybe we have to consider, but better of course if original price is 1.3, 1.27, so it's better for you. You will have received the better percent of yield. And also when you want to resell studio, Studio almost is not for end user, studio almost for rent. So person who will buy it will see how good it in rent. So that's bigger will be price, that more tough will be resale of the studio. But not the same with one beds. One beds people buy very often for themselves. It's young couples as usual. Okay, or parents can buy also for their children's. Okay, so let me compare the small studios, which are really small in Peninsula 1 and 2, with the more bigger in Peninsula 4. Almost same price. For example, I saw even one transaction 1.3 in Peninsula 2. I saw transaction 1.2, 1.25. So for this money, you can take bigger 10 square meters, 100 square foot bigger apartment in Peninsula 4, which is better, I believe. And the last advantage of Peninsula 4, I hope that you're still with me and you enjoy this video, is that the capital appreciation will become also when community will be ready. There are 3 phases of the capital appreciation. First is when it's 1 year before the handover. Second one is when owners receive key and next buyer can see the apartment in real life. And the third and last one is when community is ready. And you see that Peninsula 4 will be ready even later than Peninsula Junior Living Business Bay. This slide is for the end users. So you can see how much schools in Business Bay, what schools exactly are them, clinics and hospitals, and shopping malls. But also it will be shopping mall inside the peninsula as well. So if you've never been in Dubai, you can say that Business Bay is like city center, but with the promenade, and for me it's more for life than downtown, which is very noisy and too much crowds on it. Yes, and also you can see that, for example, if you compare Peninsula 4 with different buildings, you see the Peninsula 3 don't have any 3 beds, only small amount of 2 beds. Not the same with Peninsula 4, where units of 2, 3 and 4 beds is 25% of the building. So the sense is that the premium buildings consist of more 2 beds and 3 beds and 4 beds, because people are ready to pay for them because of quality and because of community and because of etc. Not the same in this building which we see on the screens. Peninsula 3, it's 850 apartments in the building. To compare, we have only 383 apartments in Peninsula 5, so it's x to 5 times more apartments. That will be 20 apartments per floor, and for me it's a worst building in the Peninsula project. It's more like hotel, more like big building for budget rent, and the competition will be very high because of number of apartments and because of type of units. All buildings mostly is 1 beds and studios. So when you want to rent it, it will be not quickly. You see here it's a floor plan. There are also some problems with this building. If you're interested in, you can write to me, and if you want to work with me, I will tell you all secrets of this building. It's because of you and because of something else. Okay, so yeah, and people say that, but the podium big. But podium is almost like Peninsula 4 Tower B, Tower A, I'm sorry. But for this number of people, it will be big competition for the sunbeds, for example, for the lift, for the parkings. For example, some towers in Peninsula consist only 2 parking floors, for example. Peninsula 5 is only 2 parking floors. It's very, very convenient when it's small amount of people in the building. For example, elevator comes faster. For example, no traffic jams in the parking and etc. Okay, so you see that top performance areas by sales volume, Business Bay is second place after Jumeirah Village Circle, and it's much bigger than in downtown, for example, in Dubai Marina. It's because this area is, my opinion is because of the peninsula, because all business here is not, they're old, so it's 2008, 2009. And only other cost of Business Bay now is under development, but it's not too close to downtown as Peninsula project is. Here we see that delivered units right in the Business Bay, and you see how demand is in Business Bay exactly. So mostly it's studios and one beds, what I talked about before. 2-3 beds mostly for end users, and they're not high demanded here. That's why it's no low benefit small IP. Yeah, also the problem of small studios that the layout is not too convenient for end users. Looks here in Peninsula 4 it's prolongated. But in Peninsula 1 and 2 there are a lot of layouts where your entrance in the middle of the apartment. It's very small, like Paris hotel apartments, if you know what I'm talking about, in France. So the quality is higher and the prices, it's lower, benefits through OP, and you see how a lower Peninsula compare if you will compare it with other off-plan projects. So for studios, for one beds, it's -20, -30% in different cases. Rental volume also is one of the biggest in the city, you can say. So it's second place. It's more even than GVC. Jebel Ali first in the international city. I don't believe that it's in areas where you want to invest. But Business Bay, the city center, the volume is very high. It's third place in the city. Top performing areas by rental. Yeah, you see that it's a growth from 2024 to 2025 because of number of contracts. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that there are a lot of advantages of Peninsula 4 which other people and agent cannot see. If you want to meet with me at the sales center, please feel free to write message at WhatsApp, and we will meet. I will consult you and show you my exclusive stock, and I think we can make a deal, and you will earn money on rent and on the resale higher than with other agents. So I'm waiting for your messages. Have a good day. Hope you enjoy this video. Bye.